So we received a call on the weekend about a fire, potential fire in Ellice Swamp, one of the Upper Thames properties here in the north part of our watershed. And a couple staff met the fire department out here on Sunday. The idea is not to essentially put the fire out. It'll burn itself out if we can contain it. So along the perimeter of the fire, we're essentially trying to create a fire break or a small ditch or trench. And the idea of that is if we can get down below the duff layer, below the peat layer to the organic soil, and cut off some of the roots that are adjoining the trench to the burn side, then we can sort of eliminate the fuel of, from it hopping the fire, the burnt area, and then the area that's non-burned so far. So the idea is essentially it's a fire break. We're doing it manually, shovels and picks and fire axes and that kind of thing to try to just create this trench to contain the fire in this area that it already is. After being here for today, we've worked at it for several hours by hand with hand tools, and I think we're going to reassess it tonight, have a chat with some of the managers and talk about maybe some other action, intervention tomorrow, potentially some water. We have an issue where we can't get our fire pump here because we don't have close enough water, reliable water source. So we may look at some tanker options and bringing it in. Just simply with the fire pump and some of the nozzles that we have, we can actually cut the trench with the water, which is a little bit easier, more reliable. And as well, we've got the fog nozzles. We can actually wet a perimeter around this here, and we can actually soak that duff layer. So we're not exactly sure how the fire started. It could be in these types of peat bogs. They could be smoldering for weeks before you really see it flare up like this. It has been really dry, and even though we got a little bit of rain, you can see that the duff layer is really, the very first layer is moist and wet, but as soon as you go below that, you've got a good 6 to 8 inches of duff layer and peat that's really dry. So, I mean, even if you get a little bit of rain, if you've had a drought, this is really, really important. This is a good, reminder of how important it is to be careful when you're in the woodlands and in the forests. Amazing effort by all the staff. We have probably 12 or 13 staff here today